guys, welcome back to my channel, and would like to invite you today to the video about how I managed to quit smoking. And I actually was I really wanted to post this video last week, because last week on the 6th of February it was 1 year since I've quit smoking. And firstly, I want to say this is only my experience. I want to share with you my own experience, how I managed to do that, and I'm going to tell you about the tips about what helped me and how I did that. So first of all, I know that you're going to be probably surprised, and you're going to think like, oh, she's also healthy and she doesn't eat sugar and she's got all healthy diet and stuff, and she smoked. And yeah, and I'm not even gonna lie, I used to smoke a lot, and I think no one is perfect, and I've done loads of bad things in my life. Let's say I ate plenty of sweets, and I used to love sugar. And yeah, and I was a smoker. I was a smoker for 14 years, and I smoked a lot. And I don't want to admit it when I smoked at that time, but I did smoke about 20 a day, which is pretty much, a lot. So I tried to quit loads of times, and I've got my notes here, so I don't want to forget anything, so I'm going to be looking at my notes. So I tried to quit many times, and firstly it's either I was trying to cut down, and I was trying to smoke, let's say, less cigarettes during the day. Then I only smoked on weekends. Then I only smoked on in the evening. So I didn't smoke during the day. I used to come back home, I used to have a cigarette, and so it was, let's say, evening and weekends. So I've tried that, and then I went back to smoking again, like all day, every day. And then I've tried patches that didn't work for me at all. They didn't do nothing. Maybe they worked for about 5 minutes when I put them on my arm. And I tried gums, but because I'm not really a fan of chewing gums, so it didn't really work for me. And besides, if you're a smoker, like, the joy of cigarette is not the same as having a chewing gum. And I've tried Chantix, and I don't know if you've heard about these tablets. These are the tablets that are supposed to somehow act on your brain. It's something to do with dopamine, and they are actually, I've heard about loads of side effects, and really dangerous ones. But at that time I was so desperate that I was like, you know what, I really want to give up smoking, and if this is going to help me, then I'm going to try it. And so I think you're supposed to take them for about 3 months, and I took them for about 9 days, and I ended up in hospital because half of my face started getting numb. And yeah, that was pretty scary. And then I was thinking, like, well, that tells you as well, like, you know, what kind of, like, you know, medicine they are giving to people. And they actually recommended it to me at my GP, because I was like, oh, I really want to give up smoking. And the lady was like, yeah, and I was like, listen, but I've read about that it's not safe. And she was like, yeah, but she's like, no, don't worry about it, this is, like, you know, only, like, you know, some cases and stuff like this. But as you can see, it wasn't good. It was really, I was actually scared. And next thing was, and that was the last thing that I tried before I gave up smoking, was electronic cigarettes. But I didn't really like them because it just didn't do nothing for me. And so after the electronic cigarettes, after I've tried for so many times, so many years, I've tried everything. Basically, then I thought that I would never quit smoking, and like I really thought that this is it. This is Magda's gonna always smoke, and all the people that always doubted me that I'm gonna give up are gonna be right. And you know who you are. And basically, I think at that time I decided that I'm gonna try one more thing. Well, basically, I didn't plan giving up or anything like this, but I decided to try the power of the mind. And as I said in my weight loss videos, the tips for the weight loss, that like our brain, our mind is so powerful, that I started actually when I was smoking. Let's say I was having a cigarette, and then I was having the cigarette, and then I kept on thinking like, I don't like smoking, I don't enjoy smoking, and that's what I kept on thinking over and over again. And I talked myself into that kind of thing, that I don't like smoking. So I don't know, but I didn't maybe enjoy it like before, because when you're, I don't know, when you have a cigarette and you think, oh, I don't like smoking, I don't know, you just don't enjoy it as much, if it makes sense. But anyway, I still kept on smoking, and then I got this book. I ordered this book on the internet, and this is Patrick Holford, How to Quit Smoking Without, no, how to quit, sorry, not smoking, How to Quit Without Feeling Shit. It looks like this. And basically, I started reading it. I didn't have no plan of giving up smoking, because I just gave up on giving up. But I was just reading it. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna learn something that I don't know yet. And I actually did. And I'm not gonna go into too much detail of what this book is about. Basically, of any addiction, how to give up any addiction, and if it's drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, sleeping pills, sugar, coffee, whatever. And it's got loads of different like prescriptions, like what supplements you need to take. But I've written down a few things that I'm going to read to you now from that book. I made some notes, and maybe it's going to give you like a little bit of idea, like why I did take some supplements and when I gave up smoking. So basically, all chemical addictions have roots in the brain, because brain's chemistry is out of balance when we become addicted. Now, our brain is programmed for addiction, and the toxic substance substitutes our natural brain chemicals, which cause happiness and makes us feel good. So toxic substances cheat us. They mimic our natural happy hormones, and our brain gets used to it and gets lazy. So our mood depends very much on that toxic substance. When we take it away, basically we feel bad. And that's why when we stop smoking, we should initially take supplements to trick our brain and reset it. We are addicted to how we feel when we smoke, so it's not that much of a substance. It is as well, but we are addicted basically to how we feel when we take the toxic substance. The program in the book is designed for 12 weeks, and I can tell you now that when I reached 3 months, basically 12 weeks is 3 months, it did make sense to me, because some things change in your body and in your mind as well when you reach those 3 months. Now, toxic substances mimic neurotransmitters through which brain communicates. Neurotransmitters play a role in feeling good. Most important neurotransmitters are like dopamine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, got endorphins, serotonin, etc., etc. Now, if we're lacking any of them, we're getting out of balance. And neurotransmitters are produced in neurons from amino acids. Now, what we do, we have to help our brain to feel good. So, when you stop the toxic substance, it causes craving. Now, what we need nutrients, which will nourish and repair our brain when we take away the toxic substance. So what I did, basically, I stopped smoking. How I stopped smoking? When I didn't plan it. It was the 6th of February last year, and I basically just woke up, and I woke up with the image of myself in my head. um, you know what they put the thing here when they open your throat, and some people, like, breathe through that, like and basically I've had the image of myself with this thing in my head, and I was like, and I just got scared. I simply got scared, and I was like, you know what, this is it. I don't want to ever smoke again. And I was like, I don't care how I'm gonna do it. I was just determined to give up. I don't ever want to have a cigarette ever in my life. And the thing was that I've had loads and loads of cigarettes at home at that time. I've had like probably 800 cigarettes at home, and people usually say, oh, don't have any cigarettes because you're going to get tempted. But I think it actually helped, because I was getting kind of used to that cigarettes are around, but I have a choice. I have a choice of if I want to smoke, I can smoke, but this is my choice, and I don't want to smoke, so I'm choosing not to smoke. So they were around, and I was just getting used to them being there. And I think after like probably 1.5 months, I just saw them, because that was the time, and I still felt kind of like, oh, I'm selling them. What if, like, if I'm gonna go back to smoking? And I got them, like, cheap from Breck from my country. And yes, I wouldn't buy cigarettes like in England. Like, cigarettes are really expensive. And yeah, but I did sell them after 1.5 months, and I was fine. I was really proud, actually. So basically, when I stopped smoking, so that was the day, 6th of February, I woke up and I was like, that's it. And actually, there were so many people doubting that I'm gonna manage to, that I'm gonna give up smoking. And I was like, whoever I told, and they're like, okay, so how many days did you give up, like, for this time? What, 4 days? Or are you gonna go back to it? Because I've tried so many times. And so first thing is, I took supplements. I took loads of vitamin C. And basically, in this book, you've got addiction. It's called Addiction Prescriptions. So what you have here is Patrick Holford. He listed everything that you need to take, and it says basically, let's say tyrosine, daily amount 2,000 milligrams, taken as 1,000 milligrams times 2. With or without food, empty stomach, or with carbohydrates, fine. Then you've got NAC, ginseng, B vitamins, chromium, NADH, and basically I'm not gonna tell you, but if you wanna read it basically yourself in that book, it tells you what each thing does. And basically, let's say if you give up smoking, obviously cigarettes are stimulants, so they're going to give you more energy. So when you take them away, you're going to start feeling a little bit sluggish and a little bit sleepy. So let's say ginseng gives you a little bit more energy. B vitamins as well. Now chromium helps your blood sugar, which your blood sugar is going to be messed up basically if you smoke for years. Now what I did, I took loads of vitamin C, and I found Patrick Holford's as well, vitamins. It was a supplement, I think it's called Awake Food, and what it did have inside was tyrosine. I think it had B vitamins, and it did have ginseng. So I took that, I think if I remember correctly, I took one in the morning and one in the afternoon or evening or something like this. And I did take it for about maybe 2 or 3 months at the beginning. And what else? So that helped me a lot, the supplements. Because basically when you take it away, the toxic substance, you need to replace it with something. You need to trick your brain into and reset it to the happy mode, and help it naturally produce all the happy hormones and stuff. So what else helped me was the gums. So I did actually use the gums, the Nicorette chewing gums. I did use them for about up to 3 months, but I didn't use them like on a daily maybe I've had like 2 a day or something like this. But when I got stressed, and you're gonna have sometimes stress situation when you're gonna be wanting to reach for a cigarette, I actually did have a gum at that time. But as I reached about 3 months without smoking, it's like you naturally, I kept on, like, I just forgot about these gums. I didn't need them anymore, because when you reach 3 months as well, you start developing a new habit, a non-smoking habit. And basically, at the beginning when you give up, I SC'd everything with smoking, and that was I think the most difficult thing, because let's say I always smoked in the kitchen, so I came into the kitchen, I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do now? I was like, how am I going to be able to do things without smoking? And my breaks at work, it's like, it's like I didn't really want to have my breaks because it just reminded me of smoking. So when you reach those, at the beginning, it's like first few weeks is the worst, and and basically once you reach those 3 months, it's like you start getting the new non-smoking habit. So you keep on, you just forget about the smoking habit. Now what I did at the beginning is, like, normally I go to the gym probably every other day, but at the beginning I did go to the gym every single day, and I was very much in need of endorphins, that are happy hormones that are produced by your body when you work out. So at least that helped me to feel happy or happier. So I did go to the gym every day at the beginning. And another thing that I did was I read a lot of books, because when you read, your mind is focused on the book, so you don't really, your mind doesn't wander off and doesn't think about smoking and how much you would love to smoke right now. So you have to focus on what's in the book or magazine or anything that you're reading, basically. And another thing that helped me very, very much was a non-smoking forum, and I'm going to give you the link below. And that forum helped me a lot, because basically you meet people, and I think I logged onto it from the first day I stopped smoking, and you meet people who are going through the same thing as you, and it really helps, because I did have few days that I was really I was feeling really down, and I really wanted a cigarette. But when you start you start talking to other people, and they're like, you know what, don't do it. And yeah, so that helped me a lot. And I recently actually logged onto it after months and months. I haven't, probably since like 3 months after giving up smoking. I actually logged onto the penthouse. They've got a penthouse, and that was when you reach 1 year. And actually it was really nice, because people started saying it's good for people to come back, because they show the people who are still at the beginning that it can be done. So that was nice, and that helped me a lot. And yeah, I think that would be it, guys. I can see I'm talking almost for 20 minutes. So listen, I hope this video helped you a little bit. And the only thing I want to say is that I really, really regret smoking for so long, and I really wish I could turn back time, and I could have given up much earlier, because I can see the difference. I can see a big difference in my health, especially when it comes to my fitness. I can do so much more, and the skin looks much better, that your clothes don't smell, and it's like, you know what, the best thing is that you're not a slave of anything, and that was the only thing that was really dragging me down. And I'm just so happy. Like, when after that 1 year, I was just so happy, and I know that I never ever want to go back to to that again. I don't know, did I mention that first 2 weeks when I had really bad problems with sleeping as well, and basically I was sweating buckets at night. It was first 2 weeks, it was absolutely terrible. I think it was the whole nicotine is coming out of you, and I've never used to have problems sleeping, so to me waking up pretty much all night was terrible. So that's the thing that I wanted to add, I think. Let me have a look. I think I told you guys everything. So remember, if you still smoke, listen, you can do it. If I could have done it, if I did that, basically I was on 20 a day, 14 years. I was really hopeless and at some point, and I think you have to really want inside to give up smoking, and this is really honestly best decision I've ever done. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you still smoke, just make that really make the decision really quick, and so that it's not too late. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one.